here somewhere. And now for the fun bit. I've been doing Jala Neti, the nasal irrigation, with a saline solution for a long time now. Hugely beneficial. I've been using I've had so many of those beautiful ceramic Neti pots, but I've also smashed them to pieces through various things on the side of sinks and in a rucksack, for example. So I've brought this, I've probably had this a year, so yes, I know it's plastic, but hopefully you won't be changing it that often. I've got a water distiller. You need absolute purified water. This is absolutely vital. You can, through the soft membranes of your oral cavities, nasal cavities, you can introduce bacteria that crosses the blood-brain blood barrier, and you can introduce pathogens and be seriously ill, if not fatal. Google it. So it's absolutely vital that you have clean water. So I have a water distiller, so I fill this a bit more than 3/4 way with distilled water, and I top it up with boiled and slightly cooled water, and with my sachet of salt mixed in. Not everyone's got a water distiller, so I would suggest you have boiled, cooled water, which means you're going to have to think ahead a bit, because it takes an awful long time for it to cool down to the temperature you want it. And I wouldn't put all boiled water in this. It is plastic, it may damage that, I'm not sure. So put it in another vessel to cool, or leave it in the kettle. Don't re-boil the water. Boiled once and allowed to cool. Okay, so this has got a little button here. So if I turn it up here, so the button's off. If I turn it on, you can see the flow of water. So that's going to help, especially if you're a bit sinusy, a bit blocked up. If you haven't done this before, or you have a go and you think that is painful, horrible, da da da. If it's painful, it's because the saline solution is wrong, which is why this kit is good, because it comes with the exact ratio of salt to water. So the exact ratio of solutes. You've got the temperature wrong. Obviously, you do not want to be burning the delicate membranes. What you think is finger temperature, if you think that's okay, that is too hot for the insides of you. So it's tepid water. Okay, so if it's a bit painful, a bit uncomfortable, or you've not done this before, or you feel a bit sinusy, or you have a head cold or something at the moment, the old-fashioned trick: get a bowl of water, hot water, with some Vicks, Olbas oil, eucalyptus essential oil, and just breathe that, just to start softening things, just start to clear the passages, and then come on to this. If I haven't done this for quite a while, I will do that first, and it's a lot easier and less stressful on the system. Like I say, I've been doing it for quite a while, so I can be a little bit blasé because I know what to expect. I do it in the morning. I do it on an empty stomach because, again, if you're new to this, the temptation to gag can be quite strong. So, the bit you've been waiting for. You've got a bit of a, what feels like a bit of a flow. I'm just going to go back to the other side, see if that's opened things up a bit. Here we go. And the hanky is why you've got the hanky. So a hanky, I'm trying not to use lots of paper into the bin. And the salt sachets are in individual sachets, so I'm going to look at a tub of salt. Again, it'll be a plastic tub, but then I could reuse the tub for something else storage wise. I think the sachet is a good way to start because you get the solution right, which will keep you at it. But once you've done that, maybe try and source a different way of doing it without that individual sachet. So that's nice. So I would start with that. Just simple, tip your head and just get through that passage. It's really important that you tip your head slightly to the side and slightly down. Okay, if you don't, it's just going to go down the back of your throat. This is where the gagging comes in. So just think gravity, the force of gravity. So to the side, if you want the water to flow that side, and then down. Okay, so I would do that for a little while, and then you can do your breathing exercises, you can do your meditations, and yeah, give it a couple of days, and it really clears your head. Once you've done that, once you're familiar with that, you can add on to a phase 2. Okay, which is we're going to block this nostril, and we're going to suck, and the water's going to come through the mouth. So you're really getting back into this oropharynx area. Okay, so out breath, so then I can breathe it in. Press the button. And again. Handy hanky. Now that one, when you blow your nose and you dry your nostrils, you'll notice your ears popping. And that's because that second one, we're getting into really deep in this oral cavity, and we're getting into the eustachian tube, so your ears will start to clear as well. Okay. And the last little bit, I will gargle and spit. Why? The tonsils are the first line of your lymphatic system, their lymphoid tissue. So any pathogens lurking about or that you've shifted, getting rid of it. So that's a nice little routine. Once you get the hang of it, it won't take you long. So this is it's a cleansing practice. There might be periods when you want to do it every day. I'm doing it most days at the moment because I'm having a little cleanse and trying to deal with some issues with my sore throat and earache. However, too much salt in the mucous membranes, it's going to dry things out, which we don't want to do. So, like anything detoxy, we don't need to abuse it. We use it when we need it. If you're in good health, then maybe just once a week session. So what Ayurvedic practitioners would say would be, you then drop of oil. I use sesame oil. You can just use sesame oil, that's fine. I put a little drop of eucalyptus oil. Blend it in and then re-oil the mucous membranes. I do my ears as well. And there we go. Feel fresh. I can breathe. And I can smell things. So if I've missed anything or I've not been very clear, ask me some questions in the comments below and I will try and do better for you. These are great little practices that make a world of difference in my opinion and my experience. I'll put some links in the description below as to the bits and bobs that I use. They are affiliate links, but they'll give you an idea of what products, and the products I use. Okay, so if you found this helpful, I'm sure you know somebody with a cold, feel free to share it. Like the video, it would be lovely for me to get this channel going, and if you could subscribe and hit the bell, then you'll be notified as to when I add more to them. So the world of Ayurveda and yoga is pretty endless. It's going to take me years to add everything useful onto it. So I'm off to do my meditation, so have a great day.